How's it going, gamers? Chongo here, and today I've got a review for you guys. And since Black Ops 2 is just come out and it's quite a big game, I'm going to review it in separate parts. So my first part is going to be the Black Ops 2 Zombies review. So let's get into it. Zombies was introduced into the Call of Duty series back in World at War, and it since then has been in every single Treyarch version of Call of Duty. And it's what makes in my opinion, the Treyarch versions of Call of Duty feel a little bit better, because I don't really like the Modern Warfare kind of wave and Spec Ops. I didn't really find that as interesting as Zombies, and for me Zombies always felt like a full-on complete experience other than just a separate mode. Now with that being said, in Black Ops 2 they've actually added 2 new modes to the Zombies edition instead of just the normal survival mode. So you've got survival mode, which is back from all the other ones that they've done, obviously Black Ops 1 and World at War, as well as transit mode and grief mode. So survival mode is obviously, if you've played Black Ops or World at War, same sort of a deal. Obviously they're just different maps. Now with this there's only 3, and these are the Bus Depot, Town and Farm. You can also get Nuketown Zombies if you pre-ordered and got the special edition and all that, but personally I feel that they could have added a little bit more zombie maps. Like I think 5 or 6 might have felt a little bit better. They're still good maps, just some of them are kind of small, like Farm's a bit small, and some of them don't really contain a pack-a-punch, so you're kind of limited about how many waves you can do there. They're still really good maps. It's just, yeah, hopefully there's some DLC that comes out in the near future and obviously add some more maps, but it just feels like there could have been a couple more to make it feel a bit more of a complete experience. Now moving on into my favorite mode for Black Ops 2 Zombies, and that is Transit mode. Now this is a really good addition, and it's something that's different to Zombies. We've never really seen anything like this before, and this is basically you have to hop on a bus and travel through to all these maps. Now this contains all the maps like Bus Depot, Town and Farm. It also contains some additional stops which aren't actually maps yet, which is kind of interesting because you would have thought that they would have stuck them in the Zombies maps as well for survival mode, but they didn't, and yeah, that could have made it a little bit better. But it's a really unique experience because you have to make all these decisions that you don't really in the other zombie maps, whereas in the other zombie maps in survival and such, you're just sitting there and just guarding a certain area, whereas in transit you have to make the decision, do you hop on the bus or do you stay in a certain location? And yeah, it is really fun. And also what's unique to this mode is you can actually build weapons as well as other things that may be able to help you. So for example, in the very starting room you can build a turbine, and this can be used to open some doors. So it's something unique, and instead of survival, and basically you can play this game in many different ways. And it's awesome to have an option that, yeah, you can either stay on the bus or get off, and the bus will actually honk his horn and tell you when he's leaving, and it's quite like in other zombie maps, you're not really meant to split up, but however in this mode you actually can. So if you're playing with 4 people, you can have 2 people on the bus and 2 people might get left behind, and it makes a really unique gameplay experience because, yeah, you could be fighting some zombies on this bus while 2 people are stuck back at the beginning. Now moving on to the last game mode, and this is grief mode. Now this is kind of hard to find if you're on PC because there's usually only 100 people playing it, but I have got into it and I do like it. And the way it plays out is there are 2 teams of 4, and the whole point is to grief the other team. So you can't kill them, but you're able to knife them and shoot them, and what this will do is this will stun them. So obviously if there's a massive horde of zombies chasing the enemy team, if you shoot them or knife them, that's obviously going to impact them and it may kill them. To win in grief mode, what you need to do is you need the whole opposite team to be dead, and then you need to complete the wave. So at first this may seem like something hard to do, but since you are competing against each other, it actually happens really fast, considering your whole point of your game is to try and hurt these other people, and then you realize you've got a swarm of zombies on you. Because in all these other game modes you're working together, but when you're against each other, it's a lot harder to try and get weapons when you've got people trying to knife you and stun you. And yeah, it's a really good game mode. It's a shame that on the PC version not many other people are playing it, since it takes forever to find a game. But yeah, I'd like to see more of this kind of game mode. The only problem with this one is you can only play it on the map Town as well. So I think for Zombies they could have made some of the more modes interchangeable. Obviously transit is only the one thing because it goes through all the maps, but some of like the mode like grief, they could have stuck this on a couple more maps, and that may have increased the players wanting to play this game mode instead of just putting it on Town. So obviously in the future they're going to add more maps to this, hopefully a couple of bigger maps, as well as maybe moving grief onto some other maps as well, so more people can get a chance to play this game mode. So anyway, this brings me to the end of my review of the Black Ops 2 Zombies modes. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, and if you've got any comments about your experiences in Zombies mode, which mode's your favorite and all that kind of stuff, put that below. And if you want to join the game, just subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.